Good day, and welcome to another broadcast of Venture Capital Fund. In the event that you're joining me for the first time, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Billionaire Codes and Managers Toolkit. Today, I want to welcome you to this channel in the event that you're joining me for the first time. And in the event that you are joining me for the first time and you have never subscribed or give us a thumbs up, I want to encourage you to give us a like, give us and subscribe to the program. So you will be the first to get the content of information that we're going to be bringing to you on a daily basis. The key focus of this channel is to bring business intelligence content and financial intelligence content to you that will literally help you to scale, diversify, and fast track the growth of your business. Today, I want to welcome you on this journey where we're going to be examining a new concept, and we're going to call that concept leadership and team dynamics for business. Now, on this heading, we will look at four essential concepts over the next 4 days. So concept one, we will look at why smart leaders are great managers, why smart leaders are great managers. Concept two, we will look at why smart managers are proactive leaders, why great managers are proactive leaders. Third lesson that we will look at is the importance of having the right team dynamics. The importance of having the right team dynamics. And the fourth concepts that we'll be looking at over the next 4 days are how to bulletproof your business success. How to bulletproof your business success. And all four of these lessons, these tenets, I want to show you they're designed to give you some new innovative perspective in terms of how you can build a better business and build a better brand and also cash flow it significantly so. So I want to begin today's program. The first topic that we're looking at is why smart leaders are great managers. And I want to begin today's program by saying to you that the success of business, any business, rises and falls on leadership. The success of any business rises and falls on leadership. And it's important that you keep this at the back of your minds as you position yourself in business. Where leadership is lacking, it will significantly compromise the ability of your business to scale, diversify, and integrate into local, regional, and international trade. Leadership. And leadership is about a mindset, it's about application, it's about connecting with people. And you want to ensure that you have this type of leader in place. We'll look at some of those areas today. The second thing that I want you to keep in mind is that the success of a leader rises and falls on vision and the ability to communicate that vision clearly to the specific target market. I'm going to repeat that. The success of a leader rises and falls on vision and the ability to communicate that vision clearly to the specific target groups. In the old book, we learned that a lack of knowledge will cause a people to perish. A lack of knowledge, a lack of vision can also compromise the growth of an organization. So vision is key. Now, vision in a management context is based on 5 essential principles. One, it's about the leader manager being in a position of strength to develop what is known as objectives and planning for those objectives, which we call setting objective and planning. And I will explain what setting an objective and planning means. Step 2, it is about organizing resources to achieve the objectives. Step 3, it's about communicating with and motivating your team. The leader manager must be able to communicate to the team and motivate the team. The 4th step is to coordinate activities. Every single activity in every single department must be properly coordinated. The leader manager must be able to apply these techniques effectively to achieve better desired results. The last but not least, it's about the leader manager being in a position of strength to be able to measure and control performance against the desired outcome. You must be able to measure hourly, daily, weekly, monthly performance against the completion criteria and the objectives that you want to achieve. Failing to have the ability to achieve these 5 essential tenets of management, it will significantly compromise your role as a leader. Today, what we will do, we will dig in deep to the first concept, which is setting objective and planning, to bring a clear understanding to you as to exactly what does this mean. In our context, and when you come to our masterclass, we go deeper into the belly of this concept. But in our context, setting objective and planning means 2 specific things. It means 1, you understanding what is your brand intention value traits. So you set an objective to clearly ask yourself, what is your business intention? And what is your brand intention? This needs to be clear to you from the get-go. The second thing that you must stand out here is what is your sales in expectations value trait. Now, in developing your business plan, the business plan is normally dovetailed around 2 things: project activities and cash flow potential. The commercial financial sector would want to know this if they're going to support your business, so they could evaluate it. The investment financial investor would want to know this because it shows that you know your target market and it shows that you understand your financial. But to achieve this is not, again, as I would say, pulling information out of thin air. To be able to develop what we call your brand intention value trait, it has to be based on critical market data. So let me say this as we go deeper into this concept. Your brand intention value traits, as it relates to setting objective and planning, must speak to 2 more concepts. You must always ask yourself in this context, what value are you adding and what problems are you fixing? Your business must be able to add value. Your brand must be able to add value. Your business must be able to fix problems specific to the target market. And your business, your brand must be able to fix problems specific to that demographic. So in the setting objective and planning, these things must be very, very clear to you. I want to give you two other concepts. In adding value and fixing problems, you want to ensure that you're making impact at two levels. You're making impact at the internal workforce, and you have an impact at the external public. Your brand intention value trait. Your business strategic plan must be able to reflect this. And this is what's going to give you a fighting chance to become that leader who can communicate a vision with the clearest degree of clarity to make the strongest impact on your specific target market. Remember what I said earlier. The success of any business rises and falls on leadership, but the success of the leader rises and falls on vision and the ability to communicate that vision clearly to the specific target market. So as a leader manager, you want to be in a position of strength to know that you are nurturing a vision, which is your brand intention value trait. And your brand intention value trait is going to have impact on the internal workforce and it's going to have impact on the public. But again, you want to know that you have the right systems in place to communicate this vision clearly and effectively to your internal workforce and to the general public. This is what makes you a leader more effective in achieving the objective. But I always say this also, to achieve maximum impact with the internal workforce and the external public, it is necessary for you to take the time out to understand the needs, wants, and expectations of your internal workforce, the needs, wants, and expectations of the external public. Because in developing your brand intention value trait, while it's going to be about the great things that you want to do, the great things that you want to do must be relevant to the specific target group needs, wants, and expectation, hopes, dreams, and aspiration, lifestyle, culture, and social class and groups. It's important for you to understand is to have the strongest impact in the visualization process, in the design process, in the implementation process, in the impact process, in the brand conversion process, in the brand credibility process. Following these systems is what is literally going to help you to be able to build a better brand. So these are some of the reasons why we're saying smart leaders are great managers. So today what we did, we examined just the first tenet of what it takes to be a great manager. All right? And what we looked at is the ability to set objective and plan. And we explained exactly what we mean by setting objective and plan. To be able to set objective and plan, I'm going to quickly go through that again, is to be able to know what is your brand intention value trait, and is to know what is your sales expectation value trait. And I'll talk about that just now. We said your brand intention value traits, it's about adding value, fixing problems. It's about making impact at the internal workforce. It's about making impact at the specific target audience in the public domain. You need to know this. To have internal impact, to have external impact, we've said that you need to spend the time, the talent, and the resources to understand your specific target groups. Now let's look at the other concept, the sales expectations value trait. And this has everything now to do with the financials of your business. In developing your sales expectation value trait, it's largely about, again, not pulling information out of thin air, but it's largely about going to the ground, understanding the market realities, doing your market analytics. And from your market analytics, you can do an accurate forecast of the potential of the specific demographic based on market size to cash flow. So in your sales expectation value traits, you can say on an annual basis, this is my financial projection. On an annual basis, this is my growth potential projection. On an annual basis, this is my new innovation possibilities. On an annual basis, it's all about how you're going to now leverage great leadership skills or smart leadership skills with great management abilities to scale your business, your idea, your brand with local, regional, and international relevance. Because now you want to cash flow maximize. But again, this is about having critical market intelligence. Again, today I am scratching the surface in terms of some of the critical issues relevant to leadership and team dynamics. Tomorrow I'm going to go much deeper into some of these concepts to help you to understand better. So this is going to be a 4-part series, and I really want you to commit that time to understand what we're talking about. I'm going to quickly touch on the 4 other tenets of management to at least give you some ideas of what we're talking about. Now, step 2 on the 5 tenets of management is organizing resources to achieve the objectives. Now, what do we mean by organizing resources to achieve the objective? By organizing resources to achieve the objective, it simply means that we're organizing resources. And what are those resources? Human resources, financial resources, technical resources to achieve the objectives. Now that you have a big vision, now that you have a clear vision, now that that vision has taken all of the factors into consideration as to how it's going to have internal impact and external impact, you now have to identify the human resource to help you implement or execute that plan. You have to look at the financial resources that is necessary to help you to implement or execute that plan. You have to look at the technical resources to aid in the process of the smooth implementation of your project plan. So we get into all of these things with you when you come into the masterclass, so you become a subject matter expert at the end of the day in implementing these 5 essential tenets of management. So you become a smart leader who is also a great manager. The 3rd tenet here that you're going to look at is communicating with. How to build the skill sets to effectively communicate with and motivate your team. And this again is where you will examine in the classroom, in the masterclass programs, what we call unique corporate cultures. And these unique corporate cultures is what will literally help you to develop mastery with your communication skills, with your motivational skills that can speak specifically to the needs, wants, and expectations, the lifestyle, culture, and social class of your target market. Of motivating your team, communicating and motivating your team. To be able to do this effectively, it's about taking the time to understand your team, to understand your team dynamics, to understand really what motivates each member of your team at an individual level and genuinely setting out to build a corporate culture that can speak to that. We will go into all of this with you. And doing this is what is going to help you to reduce absenteeism. Can you imagine that you are doing a project and that project is taken flat and your best human resources just decide to parachute off of that initiative? Parachute off of that initiative. Can you imagine the impact it's going to have on the project itself? You don't want that. So in our communication, effective communication and motivational systems and culture that we're going to be talking to you about, it will literally be taking you into the belly of new corporate cultures that will literally help you to reduce absenteeism, reduce staff turnover, enhance human performance, enhance team satisfaction, increase productivity. A whole lot of positivity will come out of those programs that we will introduce you to. The fourth concept here, it's about coordinating activity. Every single thing must be coordinated. You see that how you can take a step 1, 2, 3, and it's well coordinated. And if you have uncoordinated balance, you're going to fall. The entire project activity must be properly coordinated. And we go deep into the belly of this to really help you to understand how to master these processes. You need to become a master of it. Many of you might be asking, I'm in the business, I'm not achieving the success that I want to achieve it. Perhaps because you're not looking at all these things, but you're not achieving the level of success that you want. And I keep saying, get a business coach and get a business consultant, a mentor, a coach, a consultant, get a financial advisor that can help you navigate the terrains of business. You owe it to yourself. You have the potential to achieve greatness, but sometimes you just need the right mentor, the right coach that can sit there with you and work with you through the process and help you to untangle all of the knots in the terrain that is going to lead you to that path of success. The last concept that we're going to look at here is that you must have the ability to measure and control performance. Measure and control performance against the objective that you set yourself. This is necessary. You see, the inability to measure performance against the objective that you have set yourself to achieve, it may mean that you have a runaway train. You need to put yourself in that position of strength to be able to measure performance by an hourly base, by a daily base, on a weekly base, on a monthly base, depending on the life cycle of that project. These are all essential things that you need to do to take ownership, to take control, to take mastery over this project. You see, it's not only about having that vision, and we said it. The success of any business rises and falls on leadership. The success of a leader rises and falls on vision and the ability to clearly communicate that vision to the relevant stakeholders. The vision must be clear. You must have a game plan as to how you're going to implement that vision. You must have a game plan as to how you're going to monitor and evaluate performance as relates to achieving that vision. So it's not just about having that vision, it's everything else that comes with having that vision. You have a great vision for a unique business and a unique brand, and that is excellent for you to have. But the mechanics to take the vision and make it become real is the reason why we're saying that a great leader A smart leader is a great manager, because when you combine these knowledge, it gives the leader much more leverage to be able to apply the essential tenets of management to make a vision become practical and real and tangible and impactful to the internal workforce and to the general public. You must put yourself in that position to measure and control every single activity that leads up to a successful conclusion of that vision. So that concludes today's program. Today we look at the first tenets of leadership and team dynamics, and today we look at why smart leaders are great managers. And we cover a number of issues on this heading. We looked at the 5 tenets of management, which is setting objective and planning, organizing resources to achieve the objective, communicating with and motivating your team, coordinating activities, and measuring and controlling performance against the objective that you want to achieve. And we went deep into the first concept, and that is setting objective and planning. And what did we say? To be able to set objective and plan, 2 things must stand out. One thing that must stand out is what is your brand intention value trait. What is your business intention value trait? That must be clear. And we said that your business intention value trait must be able to have impact at 2 levels, your internal workforce and the external public. We also said that in terms of your brand intention value trait, the primary design of this must be to add value and fix problems. This is largely about setting the objective of plan. The second tenet that we look at is your sales intention value trait. What is your intention to cash flow this business? What is your intention to cash flow your ID? What is your intention to scale that ID with local, regional, and international relevance? What is your sales intention value trait? And again, we just scratched the surface in terms of looking at these critical information that is so necessary for you when you're doing business. Again, if you've never liked or subscribed to this program and you find the information useful, I want to encourage you. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to this program so you will be the first to get these information on a daily basis that we are bringing to you. Remember again, our key focus is providing you with business intelligence and financial intelligence that literally helps you to grow, diversify, and integrate your business, your ID, your brand into local, regional, and international business. In the event that you're joining me for the first time, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Billionaire Codes and Managers Toolkit. It has been such a pleasure being with you today, and in the event that you want copies of this book, and you should get copies of this book. A lot of what I talk about today is in Billionaire Codes. These information in this book will wow you. So along with getting a copy of this book, you will be exposed to mentor and coaches that is going to work with you to ensure that you get the concept and you're going to apply the concept. Now at Venture Capital Inc. and Global Branding and Marketing, we have a team of PFAs, professional financial advisors and personal financial advisors. We have a team of economists. We have a team of accountants. We have a team of business consultants with a combined knowledge of over 75 years that are today, right now, ready to commit their time, their talent, and their resources to help you scale, grow, and diversify your business and integrate your business across the region and across the world. So feel free to reach out to us for a free consultation, and we will be happy to engage with you. It has been a pleasure being with you today. And we look forward to meeting you and seeing you on the other side. Be blessed.